Liberty Tax is the reset button to save Australians and Australia.
Hello, I'm Derek Smith, Chartered Accountant. I have 60 years knowledge and experience in business and tax.
Please see my video, Save Australians with Liberty Tax. Over the past 2 years, you and I have witnessed that our federal, state and territory politicians and parliaments are out of control and no longer represent the will of freedom-loving Australians. Their plan for our future will make you captive to ownership and control by the leadership of Communist China and other fanatics at the World Health Organization, the UN and around the world. At this election, Australians can decide to have the following plan for a freedom-loving life in a democratic Australia. We need to 1. Leave the World Health Organization and stop all funding. 2. Say no to a New World Order and stop all funding. 3. Existing tax on employment, businesses and the goods and services they produce should be deducted from the prices of goods and services to reduce these prices. Australian workers will then be only paying once their tax on their wages. 4. The federal government to be fully funded by every individual, business, entity, government paying 2 cents in the dollar on all spending and changes of ownership into, within and out of Australia to enjoy the freedom and democracy of Australia. 5. All money of Australians, businesses, governments will be buying 40% more goods and services at the Liberty Tax reduced prices. 6. All Australians, businesses and governments will have money to pay off debt and invest to buy back Australia. 7. Australian labour costs competitive against those of the other top 25 exporting nations. 8. Value to be added in Australia by Australians to the nation's vast resources in minerals, energy, rural and ocean produce. 9. Made in Australia to be competitive against and replacing made in other nations. 10. Wealth created in Australia by Australians to respect, uphold and protect our democracy. 11. All Australian parliaments and parliamentarians and judiciary to respect, uphold and protect the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution of July 9th, 1900 Act and the referendums approved by Australians. 12. Australia's federal parliament controlled by freedom-loving Australians with a single allegiance to Australians and Australia. Only Liberty Tax can deliver this plan for all Australians. Now is the time to have Liberty Tax made known to all Australians. The way to do this is for you to share this video with everyone you know and ask them to do the same. Tell your candidates that it is your will that they make an irrevocable commitment to legislate as the first order of business of the next federal parliament and act to update the Liberty Tax model and for a referendum by the Australian people under Section 128 of the Commonwealth of Australia Constitution of July 9th, 1900 Act and an act to implement Liberty Tax by no later than 1st of July 2023. If you want to liberate your freedom from the politicians and parliaments, only vote for Liberty Tax. The future of the people of the world is not one world government. It is independent sovereign nations, each doing what they do best and trading freely to benefit all people in the world. Derek Smith is the author of this video and has authorised its release to all Australians and other freedom-loving people of the world.